The wrestling world is absolutely exploding right now, and we are breaking it all down at high speed. You will not believe what went down when The Undertaker made a surprise appearance at the latest Kill Tony taping. The legendary icon completely blindsided Tony Hinchcliffe by powerbombing him straight through a table, and the footage is already taking over the internet.
Your brand new iPhone deserves the best protection, and the iLune 3-pack screen protector plus 3-pack camera lens protector has you covered. Don't take risks with your iPhone. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
The spectacle of WrestleMania 42 kept rolling with some massive surprises for the dedicated fan base in Las Vegas. Some of the biggest names in the business, including John Cena, The Undertaker, and Michelle McCool, stepped out of the ring and into the fan zone to give supporters a moment they will never forget. Tensions hit a boiling point in the hotel lobby when CM Punk got into a heated confrontation with a fan. The viral video shows the wrestling star smacking a phone out of a fan's hand after he was allegedly caught filming CM Punk and his wife AJ Lee, leading to a massive scene before security had to step in. We are also taking a moment to honor the true heroes who traded the military barracks for the squared circle. From legends like Road Dogg and Jesse Ventura to modern stars like Randy Orton and Lacey Evans, 12 icons share their incredible stories of service to their country. Make sure you are part of the team by hitting that subscribe button and ringing the bell for all the latest updates. What happens when the most legendary force in wrestling history meets the most chaotic podcast on the planet? You get a carnage-filled night that nobody in Vegas is going to forget anytime soon. I'm talking about the Kill Tony WrestleMania special, which just went down at the Dolby Live. And let me tell you, this wasn't just another guest spot. The Deadman himself, The Undertaker, made a surprise appearance that turned the stage into a crime scene. In a moment that's already breaking the internet, Taker hauled off and sent Tony Hinchcliffe crashing right through a table. It is the perfect marriage of WWE-style drama and the raw, no-holds-barred insanity that Kill Tony fans crave. The show, which serves as a massive platform for up-and-coming comics to get roasted and toasted in front of a global audience, managed to bridge the gap between squared circle violence and stand-up comedy perfectly. And honestly, it's a brilliant move for Netflix. By doubling down on these massive, unpredictable live events, they're proving that the future of streaming isn't just about movies. It's about capturing these. I can't believe I just saw that moments in real time. If you want to see the full breakdown of how a comedy show ended with a chokeslam heard round the world, make sure to catch the special when it hits Netflix on April 20th. Does this change how you view comedy specials, or is this just the kind of chaos we should expect from now on? Drop a comment below, hit that subscribe button for more updates on the intersection of sports and entertainment, and remember, sometimes the funniest jokes are the ones that hurt the most. Ever wondered what it feels like to lock eyes with an icon you've only ever seen through a television screen? Well, the lucky fans at this year's WrestleMania Fan Zone just found out firsthand, and the energy was absolutely electric. Imagine walking through an exhibit, minding your own business, when suddenly, the air shifts and in walk absolute titans of the industry, John Cena, The Undertaker, and Michelle McCool. It wasn't just a simple appearance. It was a pure, unfiltered surprise that turned an ordinary meet and greet into a core memory for everyone involved. Seeing these legends step out of the squared circle and directly into the crowd is a powerful reminder of why professional wrestling remains a global phenomenon. It's all about that unbreakable bond between the superstars and their supporters. Witnessing genuine, starstruck reactions from fans who have grown up watching these giants is honestly just as entertaining as a championship match itself. It really highlights the human element behind the larger-than-life personas. What's your ultimate dream encounter with a WWE legend? Drop a comment below and let us know who you'd lose your cool meeting. If you enjoyed this peek behind the curtain, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more behind-the-scenes magic. After all, in the world of wrestling, you never truly know who might be standing right around the corner. Ever wonder how far is too far when it comes to fan encounters? Imagine wrapping up a high-stakes weekend at WrestleMania 42, losing a brutal title match, and just wanting a moment of peace with your wife, only to have that peace shattered by someone overstepping every reasonable boundary. That is exactly the scene that unfolded at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas this past Sunday. CM Punk, the straight-edge wrestling icon, found himself in a heated, F-bomb-laden confrontation with a fan in the hotel lobby, and honestly, you can't really blame him. The footage is raw and uncomfortable. Punk is seen wearing a hoodie, looking exhausted after his loss to Roman Reigns, when he suddenly snaps, knocking a phone right out of a fan's hands. Why? Because that fan was reportedly filming Punk's wife, WWE star AJ Lee, and fellow wrestler Bayley without permission. But it gets worse. According to spectators and online chatter, this wasn't just about a stealthy video. The fan had allegedly been persistent about a selfie, was told no, and then had the audacity to put his arm around AJ Lee anyway. There is a massive difference between being a passionate supporter and being a total creep. When you violate someone's personal space like that, you are essentially asking for a wake-up call, and CM Punk was happy to provide it. You can hear the guy stammering, "Sorry, sorry, Punk," as security swarmed the scene to keep the two separated. It is a stark reminder that even the biggest superstars in the world are human beings who deserve the same basic respect as anyone else. Being a public figure does not grant anyone a free pass to ignore boundaries. After security ushered the fan away, Punk and AJ Lee simply walked off, leaving behind a mess that started with a loss in the ring and ended with a loss of decorum in the lobby. So, where do you draw the line between a fan experience and plain harassment? Drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts on this viral moment. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button and subscribe for more news on your favorite wrestling icons. Remember, even in the world of professional wrestling, the show doesn't give you the right to ignore the rules of decency. We see them in the ring, battling for championships and trading blows under the bright lights. But long before they were household names in the WWE, many of your favorite superstars were fighting a much more serious battle. This Veterans Day, we're peeling back the curtain to honor 12 legends who traded their fatigues for wrestling gear, proving that the discipline learned in the service is the ultimate training ground for the squared circle. First, let's look at the Attitude Era icon, Road Dogg Jesse James. Long before he was tearing it up as part of the New Age Outlaws, he made the selfless choice to serve in the United States Marine Corps. It's that same grit he brought to the ring, where his natural charisma became legendary. Then there's the controversial Zeb Coulter. Whether you agree with his outspoken persona or not, you can't argue with his service. He spent a year in Vietnam with the 25th Infantry Division, a reality that added a layer of legitimacy to his fierce on-screen character. Some of these athletes brought combat training directly into their wrestling styles. Look at Steven Cutler, who served 2 tours in Afghanistan as a machine gunner, or Perry Saturn, an elite U.S. Army airborne ranger whose no-nonsense intensity was forged in the toughest environments imaginable. Even the iconic Jesse the Body, Ventura, who we know as a colorful commentator and politician, was once a UDT frogman, the precursor to the Navy SEALs. The intensity required for Bud S. training is legendary, and it clearly gave him the mental edge to conquer the wrestling world. The list goes on, from the apex predator Randy Orton's time in the Marines to Montez Ford's background in JROTC and logistics, and even the legendary Classy Freddie Blassie, who served in the Navy during World War II. We also see the disciplined backgrounds of Kevin Nash, who served with the military police, and Lacey Evans, who brought actual SWAT team training to her NXT run. Legends like Vern Gagne and Corporal Kirchner, a literal paratrooper in the 82nd Airborne, remind us that the history of wrestling is deeply intertwined with the history of those who served. It's incredible to think how these experiences shape the performers we cheer for today. Their time in the military taught them about sacrifice, teamwork, and an unbreakable work ethic. So, the next time you watch your favorite superstar hit a finisher, remember the path they traveled to get there. If you enjoyed this deep dive into wrestling history, hit that like button and subscribe for more content that goes behind the scenes of your favorite stars. We owe a debt of gratitude to all who have served, because while champions are made in the ring, heroes are forged on the front lines.